Drake. Canadian rapper and singer. Born, October 24, 1986, age 37 years, Toronto, Canada. Record labels, OVO Sound, Young Money Entertainment, more. Parents, Sandy Graham, Dennis Graham. Height, 1.82 meters. Full name, Aubrey Drake Graham. Drake about. Aubrey Drake Graham, known professionally as Drake, is a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and actor. An influential figure in contemporary popular music, Drake has been credited with popularizing singing and R&B sensibilities in hip-hop artists. Drake net worth $250 million. Early life. Aubrey Drake Graham was born on October 24, 1986, in Toronto, Ontario. His father, Dennis Graham, is an African-American drummer from Memphis who once performed with musician Jerry Lee Lewis. His mother, Sandra Sandia Graham, née Sher, is a Canadian Ashkenazi Jew who worked as an English teacher and florist. Graham performed at Club Blue Note in Toronto, where he met Sandra, who was in attendance. Drake is a dual citizen of the United States and Canada, the former derived from Graham. In his youth, he attended a Jewish day school and became a bar mitzvah. Drake's parents divorced when he was 5 years old. After the divorce, he and his mother remained in Toronto. His father returned to Memphis, where he was incarcerated for a number of years on drug-related charges. Graham's limited finances and legal issues caused him to remain in the U.S. until Drake's early adulthood. Prior to his arrest, Graham would travel to Toronto and bring Drake to Memphis every summer. Graham claimed in an interview that Drake's assertions of him being an absent father were embellishments used to sell music, which Drake vehemently denies. Drake was raised in two neighborhoods. He lived on Weston Road in Toronto's working-class West End until grade 6 and attended Weston Memorial Junior Public School until grade 4, playing minor hockey with the Weston Red Wings. Drake was a promising right-winger, reaching the Upper Canada College hockey camp, but left at the behest of his mother following a vicious cross-check to his neck during a game by an opposing player. He moved to one of the city's affluent neighborhoods, Forest Hill, in 2000. When asked about the move, Drake replied, "We had a half of a house we could live in. The other people had the top half, we had the bottom half. I lived in the basement, my mom lived on the first floor. It was not big, it was not luxurious. It was what we could afford." At age 10, Drake appeared in a comedic sketch which aired during the 1997 NHL Awards, featuring a riff of Martin Brodeur and Ron Hextall and their record as being the only goalies to have scored multiple goals. He attended Forest Hill Collegiate Institute for high school and attended Vaughan Road Academy in Toronto's multicultural Oakwood, Vaughan neighborhood. Drake described Vaughan Road Academy as not by any means the easiest school to go to. During his teenage years, Drake worked at a now-closed Toronto furniture factory owned by his maternal grandfather, Reuben Sher. Drake said he was bullied at school for his racial and religious background, and upon determining that his class schedule was detrimental to his burgeoning acting career, he dropped out of school. Drake received his high school diploma in October 2012. Personal life. Health and residences. Drake lives in Toronto, Ontario, in a 35,000-square-foot, $100 million estate nicknamed The Embassy, which was built from the ground up in 2017 and is seen in the video to his song A Toosie Slide. He owned a home nicknamed the Yolo Estate in Hidden Hills, California, from 2012 to 2022 and bought a Beverly Crest home in 2022 from Robbie Williams for $70 million. He owns a condominium adjacent to the CN Tower. He also owns a Boeing 767 and in 2021 rented a $65 million multi-purpose property in Beverly Hills. Drake has a variety of tattoos, some of which are symbols associated with personal accomplishments such as a jack-o'-lantern, October Legion Jarda o translate. October Lionheart, Owls, and a controversial Abbey Road, 1969, inspired depiction of himself and the Beatles. He has portraits of Lil Wayne, Saad, Aaliyah, Jesus Malverde, Denzel Washington, 40, his parents, grandmother, maternal uncle, and son, and several related to Toronto, including the CN Tower and the number E416. On August 18, 2021, Drake revealed he contracted COVID-19 amidst the pandemic, which led to temporary hair loss. He was also one of the first celebrities to publicly test for the virus in March 2020. He contracted the disease again in 2022, causing the postponement of reunion concerts with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. Career. 2001 to 2009, career beginnings. At 15, Drake was introduced to a high school friend's father, an acting agent. He found Drake a role on the Canadian teen drama series Degrassi, The Next Generation, in which Drake portrayed Jimmy Brooks, a basketball star who became physically disabled after he was shot by a classmate. When asked about his early acting career, Drake replied, "My mother was very sick. We were very poor, like broke. The only money I had coming in was from Canadian TV." According to showrunners Linda Schuyler and Stephen Stone, Drake regularly arrived late on set after spending nights recording music. To prevent this, Schuyler claimed Drake struck an agreement with the set's security guards to gain entry to the set after recording to be allowed to sleep in a dressing room. Being musically inspired by Jay-Z and Clips, Drake self-released his debut mixtape, Room for Improvement featuring Trey Songz and Lupe Fiasco, in 2006. Drake described the project as pretty straightforward, radio-friendly, and not much content to it. Room for Improvement was released for sale only and sold roughly 6,000 copies, for which Drake received $304.04 in royalties. He performed his first concert on August 19, 2006, at the Cool House nightclub as an opening act for Ice Cube, performing for half an hour and earning $100. In 2007, Drake released his second mixtape Comeback Season. Released from his recently founded October's very own label, it spawned the single Replacement Girl featuring Trey Songz. The song sampled A Man of the Year by Briscoe, Flo Rida and Lil Wayne, retaining Lil Wayne's verse. The rapper invited Drake to Houston to join his The Carter 3 tour. On tour, Drake and Lil Wayne recorded multiple songs together, including A Ransom, Forever, and a remix to Brand New. In 2009, Drake released his third mixtape So Far Gone. It was made available for free download through his OVO blog website and featured Lil Wayne, Trey Songz, Amarian, Lloyd, and Bun B. It received over 2,000 downloads in the first 2 hours of release, finding mainstream commercial success from the singles Best I Ever Had and A Successful, both gaining platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America (RIA), with the former also peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. This prompted the mixtape's re-release as an EP. Featuring 4 songs from the original as well as the additions of the songs I'm Goin' In and A Fierg. It debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200 and won the Rap Recording of the Year at the 2010 Juno Awards. Due to the success of the mixtape, Drake was the subject of a bidding war from various labels, often reported as one of the biggest bidding wars ever. He had secured a recording contract with Young Money Entertainment on June 29, 2009. Drake joined the rest of the label's roster on the America's Most Wanted tour in July 2009. However, during a performance of Best I Ever Had in Camden, New Jersey, Drake fell on stage and tore the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee.